Hello and welcome back to the Irresponsible Comic Book Podcast. And today we are talking about the finale of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It was quite an ending, to be honest. A lot happened. A lot of mixed opinions that we've seen over the past week. We're a little bit behind on schedule on these videos. I've been working too much. That's the only explanation I could give you. But
You hooker.
Oh, I didn't say I was working the corner. That's my secret job, William.
Sorry.
Your third job.
Yeah, it is.
You know, after all, we're still waiting for the only chance.
Fourth job.
My fourth and fifth job.
Yeah, we're still waiting for the OnlyFans to link.
It's coming soon. Don't you worry, sir. But before we get too crazy, it's just gonna get crazier. We have a secret segment today that we didn't tell William about. It is called Wildcard Wednesday. We are recording on a Wednesday, and we're giving William 5 minutes to review this episode by himself on the spot without us even telling him. Let's go.
All right. 5 minutes? All right, here we go.
5 minutes.
For series finale, I give it a 8 out of 10. Not the best finale like WandaVision-ish, but yeah.
Okay.
There was a couple good moments. There was a couple here and there. Cool. But I didn't like this. I didn't like how it felt like it was a little bit too rushed for me, per se.
Okay.
I thought they could have given us a little bit more time, per se. You know?
Yeah.
A couple of good character developments. First of all, shout out to Wyatt Russell for playing John Walker. He did a really, really fantastic. Marvel's 2 for 2 right now on these villains for the series. Catherine Hahn as Agatha Harkness, job well done.
Yep.
And now Wyatt Russell with John Walker, who is now officially the U.S. agent. Job well done. Shout out to Zima for pulling his own final, action pack. We're gonna talk about that later. Evan.
Yeah. Zima's a trickster, dude. He got what he wanted, so.
He got it the other one, yeah. R.I.P. Carly, I guess. You know.
That's
or maybe
fine.
not.
I don't.
Yeah.
Does she deserve peace?
I don't
She
know.
did a pretty good job at what they gave her.
Yeah, no. I just mean like her character. She did a very good job acting. We could talk a little bit about the lines given and written for her character because it's
Half
something
of
that
her
we're
the
gonna.
story was taken away though.
Yeah,
so it's like,
This is something we're ironically gonna get to later. Is Glass Halfsies, and what kind of went down with the story. But yeah, no, she definitely did a good job with what she was actually allowed to do, and it felt like, which is what we'll get to, that her story wasn't super complete.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anything else you want to add about this finale? Anything in particular that you liked a lot?
I liked a lot. Action scene was really good. I liked that.
Yeah.
Storytelling was not too bad. They could have done maybe a little bit better, but overall it was still good depending what the situation they were in.
Yeah.
Per se, the pandemic going on and whatnot.
Yeah.
But overall, like I said, I give it a good 8 out of 10.
Cool. Good stuff. I'm glad that you were ready for that because me and Dylan talked about this earlier today. I was like, hey, it's Wednesday. I have a really good idea, and we're going to put William on the spot and do a Wildcard Wednesday.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great idea.
Yeah.
And you knocked it out of the park.
You did. Yeah, great work, man. So, anyways, let's move into the first segment here to talk a little bit about this episode and about where the finale went and about the whole journey we've been on this whole series. Our first segment is, let me find the button, place your bets. And place your bets, we've done a handful of little bets throughout the entire series and through this podcast, and we were actually competing for this shirt right here, and to see who could get the most guesses on our power bank draft, which was a draft picking who we thought was going to get superpowers during the series from the Power Broker, and we made 3 picks each and guessed characters that we thought would get powers from the series. Now, I could have easily swept this one if I wanted to pick some of the Flag Smashers, but I chose not to, and I paid the price dearly because I have to buy these shirts now from T-Turtle. They have some really nice shirts. We actually are wearing some of their shirts. This is Deadpool
Well, I'm
riding
not.
a raptor, and Dylan is wearing his Doom shirt
Garrett. Yep.
from T Turtle.
With Garrett.
And
Garrett from
we
the
want to
Division.
say that we're not sponsored by them by any means, but we do really like their stuff. And this shirt right here is a Spider-Man in plural shirt. Has the Iron
Spider people,
Spider.
thank you. I think
it
it has
Spider
a Gwen,
people?
doesn't it?
I'm not sure actually. I can't see the picture super well. I know it has the Iron Spider, the regular Spider-Man, Peter Parker. It has Miles Morales. Let me pull it up on their website really quick.
I think it's Spider People, but I mean, it could just be Spider Men.
Yeah, because I don't know. I want to say that it was just the guys. I don't think it had. Unless it does. Let's go look. Oh, it's not even on their site right now. What the heck?
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh no. It was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. How many episodes
Uh-oh.
ago? Maybe it's a design that's out of rotation. They do have Spider People, and it's Miles Morales, Gwen Stacy, and then Peter Parker. So maybe that's the one you're thinking of. But there definitely was this shirt design a couple weeks ago.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Well, we'll have to look more into that later.
Yeah, we'll have to
Yeah.
figure out. Either way, these guys are gonna. Oh no, it is Spider-Man. It's on here. I found it. We're good.
Okay.
So it's the Iron Spider,
Safe.
Peter Parker, like the Noir Spider-Man.
So
and
pretty much a
then
Spider-Verse, pretty much.
Spider-Man 2099,
Mhm.
and then like the Spider-Man. I don't know who that one is on the left, top left. But either way,
Peter Porker.
no, it's not Peter Parker. It would be great if it was, but it's not.
Is it
Yeah.
Ben Riley? With a blue hoodie?
Yeah, I think it is Ben Riley. You're right. Yep, in a blue hoodie. Yep. So, yeah, but I have to buy these guys this shirt because they play some bets. Do we want to review our picks, or should we just say
Yeah.
who you guys picked? It was obviously there's only two characters who did get powers from the like two prominent characters that got powers from the Super Soldier Serum, and that is Carly and John Walker. And I'm pretty sure you had John Walker. You had Carly. Is that right?
I had Carly, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I had John Walker.
So those are their two picks, and that's why they end up winning this shirt. And I am not disappointed in myself, but I'm pretty disappointed in the showrunners for not tying Zemo down to a bed and injecting him with it. Because he deserves powers. He deserves to know what it feels like. But I think we also did get
Hey,
a pretty
don't hate,
decent,
don't hate.
a pretty decent ending for his character and his arc and how he actually feels about superpowers.
Yep.
I think his arc was maybe the best. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I
think
think
was the
Zemo's was probably the best,
I
yeah.
feel like his was like the most fulfilling to watch and play out, except for maybe John Walker. Like that's a close
He
second.
did get really good at the end
Yeah.
because he was just so happy about at the end.
Oh yeah,
Um,
his turnaround was quick.
yeah. I got a question for you though.
Okay, hit me with it.
I might be able to argue that I actually won.
Oh,
Oh.
So
is this a Luke
we
Cage
saw
thing?
Bucky, or not Bucky, Sam get his wings ripped off of his suit by John Walker,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
who got the serum from the power broker.
Hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
Sam then gives the wings to Torres,
Mm-hmm.
knowing that he was going to be the Captain America. This is all in the design of the power broker.
Yeah.
And if so facto, we got our new Falcon,
Yeah, we do.
Joaquin Torres.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Which
gonna
is
count
nice.
it, but I like the deep dive on that one and saying John
mean,
Walker, who
hey.
had powers from the serum, ripped that off, which in turn caused Sam to give the
To his
Crazy.
valid point, he did take the serum after Battlestar passed away, pretty much
Yeah.
died. Because obviously we didn't see him bend any metal. When he bent the metal, when he got really mad, he's like,
he
and
ripped the
he
wings
literally
off
just said,
though. So
yeah. But obviously, though, not for nothing, though, Dylan does have a valid point. He did take the serum from the said power broker.
yeah.
So I think that's at least worth a point of a point.
I'm getting you guys the shirt. Don't even. I'm getting you both the shirt. Just relax.
Or better yet, Dylan comes
gonna
see me
bring
for a
up
little
the
bit. We'll meet over here somewhere in this nice dark alleyway.
this
I'll
is
introduce you to a couple friends of mine.
This is getting wild.
You know what, William? You can bring your little Aaron Judge baseball bat over here whenever you want.
Is that an actual Aaron Judge little baseball bat?
No, actually, this is just an old Yankees.
Okay.
I got this, I believe, at the old Yankee Stadium when they had
Nice.
bat night one year.
Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, I'm gonna hide the shirt so we don't see it anymore. But if you guys like this shirt, that shirt, any of the shirts, and you want some nice shirts,
off topic, I got my shirt off of Amazon though, so
or Amazon. Go to T Turtle or Amazon, but mostly T Turtle, not sponsored. T Turtle.
Yeah, those guys are cool.
I really like their stuff. But anyways, so yeah, we've placed some other bets. Do we want to go over some of the other things we've hit and miss? I think we were all pretty spot on.
We could do the who was the power broker or something else. Unless you guys have something else.
Let's save that.
Well,
one
we
for
all
later.
missed on who the power broker was.
Yeah, because me and Dylan both thought it was Armanzola. We were kind of hopping on that train that Eric Voss was on, and it made a lot of sense that it would be him. And we, it just made sense. We were both wrong about that, and I can almost guarantee you that we're gonna get to this later about Sharon Carter's arc. But even if she isn't the power broker and it's somebody else, it's very unlikely that it is Zola. She would not work for him. I feel like it's almost impossible. There's no way. So we're definitely wrong about that. We missed that one this year. Some of the stuff we got right, I don't even remember some of the stuff we made. I guess you could say prior to meeting John Walker and more specifically Battlestar, I guessed that there would be Battlestar. I also thought he was going to get powers, but we didn't get to see that part. But we did get a Battlestar. We did get to see Torres kind of start to become the Falcon in replacement. We guessed those. What else? What else have we gotten?
I don't remember. Did we say Zemo was going to get the Flag Smashers? I think we did.
Yeah, we did predict that.
Yeah,
we did say that we thought that Zemo was going to end up killing them all. I didn't think it would be the way he did. That's for sure. I thought he was going to do it personally, but he got locked up, so he had to come up with some other way.
Yeah, that's the old saying, the butler did it.
The butler did it. It's true, he did. Literally. He pressed a button, it looked like.
Yep, he's
yeah, I don't think we made a ton of bold predictions, which is something that we're probably going to do more efficiently in the Loki series with how much is going on. I think that we're going to try and take
so much in that.
There's going to be so much because it involves time travel and alternate realities that we're going to be able to make some giant predictions. Same thing with when we were watching WandaVision, even though we hadn't started the podcast, I was making some crazy assumptions.
Yeah.
I actually even guessed pretty much the whole plot of what was happening behind the scenes with Agatha before it even happened. So whereas a lot of people were on the Mephisto train, I was I'm pretty sure this is what Agatha's doing.
And the Sisters of...
I tweeted at Brandon Davis even, and it got a ton of likes. And I was sitting at over 300 likes on that post. I would have to go find it again, but people were eating that theory up, and everybody in the comments was oh yeah, that's probably it. That makes so much sense. And then next episode we get the Agatha reveal, and she's, and I'm yeah, that's literally what we're gonna see. So
with Agatha all along.
Yeah, when you have stuff like time travel and reality, you get to make a lot of big guesses and then hope that they pay off right a little bit,
right,
which is what's fun about it. So we're definitely going to make some bigger and bolder predictions for the next series coming up, and maybe even some for Shang-Chi, and even we could do. I don't think there's a lot of big stuff to predict about the Black Widow movie unless we want to predict that she's alive. Oh.
No, she's not alive. We know it takes place. What is it?
Way before.
Prior to. I know. I'm joking. The
No,
end credit
it's
scene,
not way before. The timeline places it before Endgame.
Is it after Infinity War though?
Yeah, it's pre-Infinity.
It's pre-Infinity War, I'm pretty sure.
Pre-Infinity War.
Because she still has her red hair, so she hasn't gone like blonde and like is hiding from the government.
So we're saying it's before per se Civil War.
No, it's after Civil War,
after
before
Civil War,
Infinity War.
No, but if it was after Civil War, then she would have gotten the blonde already.
But like prior,
because
to
they
her
were leaving her as most wanted, pretty much.
But
Because in Infinity War, she's already the blonde.
She's in Russia though, so like, or at least for part of it. Maybe it is. It could be pre-Civil
I think there's going to be some flashbacks.
Yeah, because Tony's
like,
supposed to show up.
The official like end story of it is apparently supposed to be pre-Infinity War.
Yeah, because I know Tony shows up, but it's probably a flashback of her trying to. I remember something. Who knows? Or just some sort of family connection conversation thing with Tony and the Avengers.
Maybe.
But anyways, a lot of more bold predictions. We have a couple segments that we are going to try and make returning segments, just like this next one that we're about to do in the next couple episodes of the podcast. And since there isn't another Marvel project till June 11th, so we've got a month to go. We're going to be covering like a lot of news and making predictions off of castings and stuff like that, and trying to guess storylines, stuff like that. So a lot of prediction stuff in the next couple weeks.
Officially, Black Widow is between Captain America: Civil War and Avengers: Infinity War.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right, so
which makes sense why she's in Russia, off, out of the way of the U.S. government. So, anyways, let's jump into our next segment here, which is Glass Halfsies.
All right.
And Glass Halfsies is a segment where we discuss whether our glass is half full or half empty at the end of the series, based on how we're looking at it, or we do it at the halfway point of the series. Get it? Because it's it's not funny. It's not that funny. Anyways, so I want to ask you guys, how full are you guys after the season? Are you half full or half empty?
I think overall I'm like pretty full on this series. I would have liked to see that whatever what is it? I can't remember what it was called. But the taken away storyline, the pandemic storyline
stuff. Yeah.
I know why they took it away, because it hit too close to home with Rona.
Everybody
but
being home. Yep.
I really would have just liked to see that, because it would have shed a little bit of a light on Carly and those people a little bit better. Like, we would have gotten a better storyline. We would have gotten the ability to kind of feel what she was going through.
Yeah.
Like, have some sympathy for her. Overall, there wasn't a whole lot of sympathy for her.
No. Nope.
So it would have been nice to have that, so you get that dynamic where it's like, well, we understand what she's going through.
Yeah.
Especially with Mama Danya.
Yeah. I was just about to say that got cut way too short, and it felt like her dying and then them blowing up the building the night after that just all felt too fast, and
a little too fast.
Almost it was kind of unpredictable behavior from her that didn't make sense.
Yeah, so at the time it made no sense.
Yeah, even if you look at the speech that Sam gives at the end, oh, you shouldn't call them terrorists. It's that's kind of where they evolved to, based on how radical they got out of almost nowhere. So just when he said, I really do like the speech, and I think it means a lot, but that line in particular of it, I go,
it would have resonated a little bit different if they had more
had
of
that encompassing story. Yeah. For sure.
But overall, I felt the series did a really good job, especially with like the reshoots and all that kind of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Good
like
stuff.
they told a cohesive story, despite cutting at least half of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It probably would have been closer to 10 episodes.
I think
just like
probably
WandaVision.
8.
Or yeah, maybe even 8. Yeah.
About 9. Let's go with 9.
Let's just do it right in the middle. There you go, William.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you? Are you half full or half empty?
I'm half full on this one. Like overall,
Nice.
it was a good series. It was a good series. I believe Marvel's 2 for 2 on the series wise. Now when they go for the full sweep with the Loki series, we don't know. You don't know
Full
yet.
sweep.
Dude, from what I see, like Loki is going to be amazing.
I think it's going to be great.
Well, we shall see.
You know, I
Well,
was
you know.
very excited for this series. I think I'm more excited for Loki actually.
Yeah, me too.
That's kind of so. Remind me if you guys remember at the halfway point at episode 3, were you guys half full or half empty? I think Dylan
At the
was
time, I was half empty.
half empty. What about you, William? Were you satisfied around like episode 3? Remember
I'm pretty sure
episode
William
4
said
was
he was half full.
okay.
Yeah, I was half full on it because
So they
it started off really well with the first few episodes, action packed. You know,
Nice.
a little bit of character injection here and there, a little bit of comedy,
Yep.
humor as well.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I was
I was per se fairly well entertained with the whole series. But yeah.
That's fair.
To more, what else could I say more about the series? It's like, good character development. I believe, like I said before, Wyatt Russell definitely killed it with the John Walker character. We all went from, hating him to saying, how dare you stand where Cap stood, insert the memes there or whatever.
Yep.
Mhm.
And then now we all went to, and now at least someone liked him now. They all love him now. They're saying, he's a good guy now. We like him.
He turned it around for sure.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was half full, and I kind of resonate with the missing pieces part that a lot of people are saying, and like IGN rated it 5 out of 10 for the finale. I wouldn't say I'm that low on it. I'm not that down bad, but I think I'm half empty. I think I'm half empty, guys. I feel like we're missing a lot of stuff.
IGN's a piece of shit. I said it.
IGN's gonna cancel us now.
It was a fairly weak last episode.
Yeah, it was.
It
very
was.
weak.
It was.
It was
But
very
it had
fun.
a lot of really good parts, like the
Yeah.
fight scene. Like I guess not even the fight scene with Batroc. Like that scene was like a little meh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the choreography was not great on that. I don't know who the choreographer was for this series, but that fight scene. It didn't even feel real because Sam's a better fighter than that, and he has the shield. I've seen this is me like regurgitating other people's
This is like the
comments,
first time
but-
him actually using the shield per se.
Yeah, but he trained for a couple days with it, and he's already like a good fighter and should be able to take Bartrock 1v1 anyways. So it's like
even without the shield,
without
he could easily just take it.
yeah. So just
But since he's got like a new toy, he has to use it.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess he's just
Yeah.
breaking.
So
it.
overall, like that fight scene was like a little weak.
Yeah.
The helicopter fight scene was great though.
Oh yeah, the flying and then the getting knocked into the water and then jetpacking out. That was a lot of the action scenes were great, and I do love all that. I think what I'm missing specifically, because we saw so much development and at one point in WandaVision, I was like, I don't understand how they're gonna explain all of her trauma until we went on a flashback of her whole life. We got that whole episode. Whereas the thing that's missing for me, and I don't know if this is just because I think Sebastian Stan's super hot, is we're missing Bucky's piece of all this. It is the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I get it's mostly supposed to be Sam's story, but we see Bucky go talk to Yori, and we miss out on the whole rest of the conversation, how Yori processes it, and you just get a walk-by glance at him in the restaurant. Not enough there.
I think the pandemic cut was a lot of Bucky's side.
I want to say it is too,
Probably.
especially because that phone call that he had with Carly at the end, he was talking to her as if they've had more than one conversation, and they'd only talked one time.
I mean, could it be possible that she was trying to recruit him, saying you're fighting for the wrong side, like the first time,
She was
and
trying to
then she called him a
distract
second time, probably, because
She was trying to distract him, but it feels like they probably had more interactions with that. And obviously, Sam was the only one that got sent in to talk to her. it like she wanted to talk to Sam, but like she probably had multiple interactions with all these characters, especially because she's a super soldier and like John Walker doesn't have the serum at that point prior to Mama Danya's funeral. Like there's all these things that we probably missed. Even like we got that really good scene of him in Wakanda with Io and like getting over his programming. Like there had to have been more than that scene right there. Like I'm sure there's like probably a whole montage of that, you know, like him like going crazy even and like attacking her and other Dora Milaje and like them having to like take him out and like lock him down and then like go through that process a couple times.
Maybe, but he was kind of like half asleep, and I know yes he becomes the White Wolf after the what was it towards the end of what was the post credit scene for him to become the White Wolf?
I think it was episode 2 even where they make that reference to him being he makes that own reference to himself being the White Wolf. But
what was it? I was about to say something about Bucky. Oh, that Comedy Central special like thing. It said that Bucky was supposed to like show his ass or like his stomach or like shirtless or whatever it was.
Don't remind me. They were supposed to do a shirtless scene for him, man, and they didn't give it to us.
And we didn't even get that.
No.
Like I wonder if that was like a cut portion of like Bucky like seducing Sarah, and like,
God damn it.
Like we didn't get that. You know?
True. All right, how about this? We start this right now. Release the Falcon, the Winter Soldier cut.
What is it?
Release the cut.
Malcolm Spillman cut.
The Malcolm Spillman cut.
Release it.
I saw. Okay, this is off topic a little bit, but I saw a meme on Twitter the other day that Zack Snyder is now a verb for like anytime you want something like beefed up, like. Hey, you don't like your latte? You want me to Zack Snyder it? It's like,
Falcon Spillman cut. It's a carry something.
Whoever. Release the cut version. We want the full version now.
Anyways.
Start the trend now.
Like
I had a video open on my YouTube. That's what I was looking at. And it was a guy talking about the pandemic storyline.
Oh,
like officially being like
interesting.
Said it was happening.
Oh, that they're gonna release it?
No, not that they're gonna release it, but that it was.
But that it was
like,
a thing.
What the story was
could have been. Yeah, and honestly, like I don't. After seeing the finale and how it ended and how it came together, like there's no real need to change it, in my eyes. Like I think it ended well and at a good spot. And one of the other things that we're gonna talk about here is almost immediately at the end of the day, it was like 5 or 6 p.m. We immediately saw Captain America 4 greenlit, and that it's like in production,
greenlight,
and already being written from the same director and writer. And so it's like, wow, okay, so they've been doing this already. They already had this prepared. So, one of the things is
I also read a funny part was when they announced that someone commented saying Tom Holland's punching the wall right now because Falcon finally gets his movie.
Yeah, because he made that joke saying Falcon never seen a movie with
Falcon.
his.
I've never seen that movie. Oh wait, and then the whole crowd just bursts out laughing at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
That's funny. As I also read an article today, Anthony Mackie found out in a grocery store from the clerk who was like, "Oh my God, did you know you're in you have a Captain America movie?" He's like, "What? I do?" So it's like the writers have to have known this like going into like filming the show.
Oh yeah,
which makes me question: it seems very unlikely that we'll get a season 2, but because we're getting this Captain America movie, do you think there's room for a season 2 anywhere to like tell a more specific story about like the personal connections and like Bucky and Sarah? We get a steamy shirtless scene finally with Sebastian Stan. Like, do we get some boat scenes? Do they go out and get some crawfish? Like, do we get the extras there? Do we have something to go off there as like even like a little spin-off for that would be the second season? And then we also get this Captain America movie, and what would be the difference between the two? Or do we just get Captain America?
This series works its well better as a series overall, because it's like a story of two friends doing stuff together, be it superheroes doing stuff together, but still it works well together. we will get the quote unquote Captain America 4 movie.
Yep.
Despite it being Sam/Falcon/Captain America.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
it is a Captain 4, but it's not a Captain 4. It's like a Captain.
Yeah.
Like, asterisk.
That's fair.
Like,
If we want to be specific, I mean, we could have called Captain America Civil War, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
But,
Captain America 3 or 4, because, you know, we could have called that 4, Captain America 4.
Yeah.
well, Captain America Civil War should have been an Avengers movie, but
It really should.
Technically, technically it was,
It
but I guess
should.
it went with Captain America.
It was really his story mostly, but it
Yeah.
included a lot of
True.
moving parts because of the actual story they're trying to tell with Civil War.
yeah.
So
Like,
one thing that I was
we might get a second season.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like guarantee it, especially since we're getting the second season as a
Sure.
movie, more or less.
Yeah.
I think that because there's not a date attached to Cap 4 yet,
Or a trailer.
It's gonna be 2023.
yeah,
Yeah, most likely.
and because it's still 2 years out, I mean, I don't know how busy Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan are, but like I could see a second season to, especially to kind of tee up. I think that we left a lot open ended with Sharon Carter, Val, the Dark Avengers, or the West Coast Avengers, whatever they're going to
Or
end up doing,
Thunderbolts.
or the Thunderbolts, or whatever they're planning.
All of the above.
There's
Well, it's
there's
either
so
Thunderbolts
much-
or Dark Avengers. It's not gonna be the West Avengers.
I saw
Well,
something
yeah.
saying that it could be because like Hawkeye has his own series and he's now Ronin, and they have
Maybe,
U.S.
but,
Agent
like-
and they have White Vision now.
So that would probably be Dark Avengers.
Yeah,
Maybe. Yeah,
There's-
because
there's
right
some
now, as of right now,
white-
the Avengers are
Yeah.
like not no more per se. You know, everyone's went their own path, and you know, half of the rosters is somewhat dead. Or
But we'll see what happens with Vision because he's getting his own TV show as well.
Yeah.
He's supposedly
So-
supposed to get Paul Bettany. Yeah, so there's a lot that could happen. I think when I was thinking about it, I'm like, more specifically than anything, I'd like to see them like tee up a lot more like development with the Power Broker, because I feel like Cap 4, that's the main villain of
It probably
is
is
going to be the whoever the Power Broker actually is, and maybe the reason why they didn't even show who that is because, you know, Feige had a plan for this movie already prior to even shooting the series, and was like,
Sure.
hey, we don't need to show who this person is. It's going to be a high profile actor playing whoever this character is. It's going to be somebody pretty powerful, and it's going to be a more intimidating power broker than we see in the comics. Like, it's going to be somebody who's actually threatening.
I mean, yeah, they could probably go through out, but depends on where can they go. Where do they go from with Sam though? Like, you know, what's the next big story for a movie?
Yeah,
I
true.
would be
Besides that, say if they don't do another Power Broker story, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe some people are gonna complain saying, "Oh, another Power Broker story, big whoop," or whatever. Maybe, but you know, where could it go besides that?
Yeah, I would.
Who else? I'm sorry, Dylan.
I know
Who
you.
else would Sam fight? Who else would Sam would fight along with
Good
Bucky
point.
per se?
That's a good point.
Like, who will be the next big villain?
Yeah, it doesn't. That's the thing about it. I'll say this is like that. Like, it doesn't make sense for them to jump to another villain unless they like kind of clear up some of the Power Broker stuff in a second season before they do the movie.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised with whoever bought Stark Tower / Avengers Tower is whoever is running the organization, be it Sharon Carter or whoever her backer is.
Yep.
Because even if she is the power broker, she has a backer.
Yeah, she
Like-
is. Yep.
Like she's not the head boss.
Hmm.
I've
Maybe.
seen some weird theories of people thinking it's Justin Hammer. He's not smart enough to pull this off, I don't think. He's a doofus.
Never underestimate the dumb ones.
So
They're tricky.
I think that we should just jump straight into our last segment here, which is flip a coin. And so we're flipping a coin today on whether or not we think Sharon Carter is the power broker or not. And so I'll flip mine and say straight out the gate that I don't think she is. I think it's somebody above her that's like employing her, and like she's just been taught to, whether she's a double agent or not, just to be like, hey, I'm the power broker, as to put on a face, you know.
Okay.
She's obviously made these calls to other people, and it's something that, you know, she got Batroc involved, but like she had to call somebody at the end of episode, or at the end of the fight scene at the shipping crates. Whenever that, yeah,
4.
episode 3 or 4, whatever one it was, where they were at the shipping crate, she had to give somebody a call and be like, hey, yo, we've got a problem. And then even again at the end of the series, she's calling and contacting somebody to like be like, hey, yo, this is what we've got. And so she's definitely not the head honcho. She's definitely not the power broker in my eyes because of that.
Okay.
And it's just, yeah, it just doesn't make sense how she could actually be the power broker. But it does make sense if they wanted to really do it. It feels like a parallel to like Mysterio almost. That like it's oh, this is like somebody that Cap has wronged in the past, and now is a villain that Spider-Man or Sam has to deal with now because of his past mistakes. Which Steve doesn't have many, so this is like one of the very few where he's messed up and not made amends with Sharon and not tried to help her out or bring her on to the team. And so
maybe
that's like one of the very few mistakes, you know, he's really made in the MCU. And so it would make sense if they're trying to like copy that Tony and Peter thing with Steve and Sam, you know, and that's an amend he has to make or, you know, solve in spite of it not being his fault, you know.
Yeah.
Which is good for like foil reasons and other plot devices, but like it doesn't make sense for her to actually be, you know, the actual power broker in my eyes. It makes more sense for her. It makes more
some very good valid points.
It makes more sense for her to be like the double agent that's working for the power broker and secretly also Nick Fury. And so like she's like playing this part for this person now that she's pardoned.
Sure.
But like you don't see that other part of her because they're trying to keep it a secret, you know?
Yeah, I get that.
What do you guys, where are you guys, heads or tails? Yes, she is, or no, she's not?
You go, William.
He's doing some research right now, I can tell. He's like, he's
like deep dive into something. He's trying to find the case over here. Yeah. But yeah, I will go with she is a power broker, 100%. Now her character arc could have been done maybe a little bit more better per se. There's a lot of, from what I heard, a lot of heavy criticisms on her character arc per se in this series.
It just I think a lot of people are just upset that it doesn't seem like her personality, you know. They don't always keep it the same.
But yeah, for me, what I personally believe, in my honest opinion, is that I believe she got hurt by either Steve Rogers or Fury, that no one checked up on her. I guess you could say post Blip or post Avenger Games. Yeah. Which is fair to say, you know, maybe she got abandoned and whatnot, and she had to survive for her own self.
Yep.
And hence she goes to Madripoor. She, you know, starts gaining some power here and there, and then, you know, she starts doing her own thing, and lo and behold, she becomes a power broker. Mm-hmm. You know, because I believe this could be like a huge turncoat for her. Like, you know, I don't think she's a double agent. I think she's 100% gone off the rails in full rogue, saying, you know, Fury or Rogers didn't help me no more, so screw them. I'm gonna do my own thing, and I'm gonna bring the world to my own, whatever, you know.
Yeah, her own sense.
And not to mention though, like, you know, she has, like, you know, when Sam called her, she was at like at a high tech level area where they have satellites.
Yep.
Now, where the hell do you get that from? Mm-hmm.
The power broker.
Where you got the? Yep. Exactly.
Herself.
Like, where the hell do you get all that high tech satellite weaponry and whatever to track the people? And not to mention, though, she makes the call to someone else saying we have a problem. Probably someone, you know, maybe her henchman or her underboss or whoever.
It could be.
You know, it could be saying, hey, we got a problem. You know, the doctor died. You know, Super Solution's gonna be off the menu for a little bit. Yep. And honestly, she played a little bit of a you know, happy victim towards the end when she when they gave her the pardon, saying, "Yes, thank you. Now I could take what? Is Peggy her mom or her great something?
Great aunt.
Great aunt.
Okay, yeah, I think I could finally fill the role of my aunt or whatever,
Yep.
And then 5 seconds later, she has like this changed look, already saying, "Hey, I got some good news. We got some new American-made weapons off on the rails for us to sell.
Yep.
Like, come on."
Mm-hmm.
And not to mention, you think either Fury or whoever would allow her to go rogue like that, per se, if they were ever to keep track of her?
Good point. That's a good point. I mean, if they send her in undercover like they would, but that's pretty deep cover, honestly, to be that close to the power broker. If that's what it is, you've got a good point there.
But like I said, because they haven't checked on her, or they haven't said, hey, where is she? Because Fury got blipped as well, along with the rest of the place. So
You're right.
and the man's up there having a vacation, or he's on the moon base with Cap, having a mimosa or whatever.
Having a mimosa. Mimosas on the moon.
They're living life over there in the moon base.
All right, Dylan. How's that research panning out? Are you ready to flip a coin?
So I was looking up prominent villains of Sam and Captain America.
Yeah, to see who it could be in the movie if it's not them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the one that's making the most sense is Dr. Faustus.
Dr. Faustus.
Give us a little detail on who this character is.
I've never.
Let me make sure that I'm spelling this right.
The resident expert strikes again. Let's go.
So he was in Agent Carter.
Okay.
Gosh. I didn't watch Agent Carter.
I watched the first season of it. From what I remember, it was all right.
We were told recently that we're going to get more stuff on that. There's potentially either a show or a movie coming out of Evans and Sharon Carter's time together.
Peggy Carter?
Peggy Carter.
Okay.
Yeah, not Sharon. Peggy's.
Yeah. So, in the alternate timeline where he went back?
When in the alternate timeline he went back.
Interesting.
There's apparently something that's going to happen there that I heard that. I don't have any sources.
We got this covered. Just kidding. The worst source ever.
He was in season 1 of Agent Carter.
I also saw those rumors, though. Yeah.
There's a chance that he's running Leviathan or even a bit of Hydra at some point in time.
Yep. Okay. Dr. Faustus.
Yeah. So his name is Johann Finneroff.
Okay.
He was a leader of Leviathan in the TV show.
Okay. Interesting.
But this was during World War II, so
yes,
he doesn't have any superpowers, but he might have something. But that would kind of make sense if he's in the background with Val, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could probably do that.
Maybe not so much for Sharon Carter, but
if he, are you saying he got put on ice like Bucky?
Maybe.
And he's still alive? Okay.
Yeah, potentially. I was trying to figure out what happened to him in the TV show because I didn't watch all of Agent Carter.
I didn't either. Interesting.
I don't remember too much of it, but I did watch, I think, half of it. And then I watched half of it later afterwards, and then I was like, all right, whatever.
Interesting.
I didn't pay too much to it, but yeah. I think he might have frozen himself. I think, but I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that.
Frozone.
Where is my super suit?
Super suit? He just freezes himself. I don't get a super suit. Yeah.
I said, where's my mother? I'm just kidding.
So.
But to answer the question, though, I don't think Sharon Carter is the power broker per se.
Okay.
I think she is a power broker. I don't think that she is the power broker.
Okay.
It'd be actually pretty interesting twist is the way you word that, and the diction and the connotation behind that is you can bend that to be hey, Sharon was given these resources to lend out to other people that she can trust,
Mm-hmm.
broke power to people as a power broker working for Power Broker Incorporated. So maybe she's a power broker, one of multiple, and then they show more people. I don't know. I would assume that they're probably all working on different sort of projects. That could be kind of how they introduce the mutants.
Maybe.
If there's like if they're
so
doing
Faustus
different...
in the TV show had the ability to control people's mind.
Oh wow.
So using like hypnotic techniques and that kind of stuff. He's supposed to be just a really, really intelligent guy.
He's a smart boy. Okay. Interesting.
Let's see.
We'll see where they could go from there if they ever pick up that type of story arc.
Do bring stuff back, like that would kind of make sense.
Yeah.
So I know Sam
Sorry
had...
to go on a tangent.
No, you're good.
Oh, you're good.
Sam only had like
We're
a
just talking about a lot of
limited
stuff.
run.
All this is related to Cap.
Yeah. Sam only had like a limited run as Cap for a little while. I don't even know how long it was in the comics, but like he didn't have like a ton of like specific villains like written for him.
No, he has a lot of Captain America.
Yeah, like a lot of villains.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think. It seems like the only two real options for like a antagonist in this upcoming movie that's big enough for something like them to tackle is something where they have to pair up with Ross and work with the Thunderbolts for something like really big scale, like that it's like a threat on American soil or something like that. Or...
They could do that for him, but I think I could see Bucky more doing that. Because I
think
Bucky help.
will eventually. Like, I think Bucky's gonna go back to Wakanda eventually.
Yeah, I think he'll probably go back to Wakanda.
If he wants to.
I think he's gonna be in the
he should
Black
be.
Panther 2 movie.
He signed I
as White
remember
Wolf.
he assigned like a 6-movie extension. Or something like that. 4 to 6 movie extension.
If he does go back to Wakanda, what's he gonna do? Is he like help him out or like...
So he would be White Wolf, who is the
he's like the
chief
secret police
essentially.
Yeah, he's the chief of secret police in Wakanda, and then they go do these secret covert missions. But so Bucky's probably gonna go back to Wakanda. But if they do a Cap 4, it only makes sense that like they team up with the Thunderbolts. Or the Dark Avengers or whoever they end up doing, and
true, but the Dark Avengers have to be form up in a different way. They have to set up some for the Dark Avengers.
Yeah, well, like it could be like a threat that like that Ross comes to Sam saying, "Hey, we don't have anybody on hand to tackle this, and our forces have been getting destroyed." I don't even know who the main villain could be, or it could be that they have to stop the Power Broker and infiltrate the Power Broker, and Sam needs help, so he goes to Ross, having to be a part of the government,
Yeah.
And operate with them, and then sends the Thunderbolts in with him. I don't know, but it just seems like it would make sense. There's no clear-cut villain choice other than the Power Broker, and it doesn't make sense for it to be. It doesn't make sense for it to be Sharon. And we are unless they really want to do some shady like she's gonna like stab him in the back in front of his face, kind of thing with the reveal.
Yeah, if they do, then they have to do is just they prove that she was like legit the Power Broker.
It just doesn't.
Listen to that.
It just really I don't even know. It just seems like the reason why I think there could be a potential season 2 is because there's so much open ended with her character. In what she could be doing.
Yeah.
And it just makes sense to squeeze in another little second season to flesh out like who she's maybe not even expose who she's working for, but show that she's not the Power Broker and she's a power broker for them.
Maybe.
And and to kind of establish what kind of threat that actually is, because you can't
Yeah.
jump. I mean, you can jump into a movie without knowing what the threat is, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, it
Yeah,
just
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
like you look at the Cap 1 and 2 and you like see who the villain's going to be for those, and you see the Winter Soldier and Red Skull, and then Cap 3 is Civil War, so he's fighting Tony and then also Zemo, and these are established comic book villains. And then you see the Power Broker, who's not even named or shown at all in this series, and then you're going to jump into a movie without any sort of direction. I don't think the audience would react to it well, whether they've seen this series or not.
True.
Like you,
Yeah,
it's,
they have to. They have to pull something out of the hat, to, like, or at least out of the bag, to find like a legit good villain for this movie. Otherwise, this movie's gonna flop really bad.
Yeah.
Well, it'll probably be the Power Broker.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Like, I was just reading through all that, and like the way that the series ends with Faustus is him in jail with Zola coming up to him and talking to him.
Oh God.
So
he puts him on ice.
Mm-hmm.
Like Zola's like last line to him essentially was like, "It's good that we found ourselves in American prison because this is the land of opportunity for both of us."
Oh Jesus. Mm-hmm. Oh Jesus.
So like, there's a chance that they both somehow survived. Like Zola because he's a computer program, Faustus because he could be put on the ice or something. But either one of them makes a good power broker.
Mm-hmm.
Well, especially Faustus if he does have that mind control ability.
Right.
Yeah, that would be a good way to tie it into Cap's legacy too.
Yeah.
Knowing that, and even so, like the rumor that came out, it's still just a rumor. To be clear, is that Chris Evans is returning as Steve Rogers in a series about him and Peggy. And it just came out, obviously, the same day that the Cap movie was announced, which kind of made me suspect of it. Because, like, I feel like a lot of, like, not true stories come out right around when there's announcements. Because, like, it's clickbaity, and you can... Especially because, like, I don't even know who posted it. I just was scrolling and saw something about it. I didn't even...
Yeah, that's why I said I have no, like...
no official source. Yeah. No
Yeah.
one from Marvel's even confirmed this. Captain America 4 is just confirmed because the writers have came out and said, yes, this is happening.
Yeah.
And Marvel Studios made an announcement, I'm sure, at this point already about it. But, like, that series is, like... I don't know if it could happen or it is going to happen. It would be great to see it. Because they had some really good chemistry in the first Avenger. But...
that's because she just wanted to touch his chest.
Let's be honest, we all do. We all want to touch Chris Evans' chest. I would touch Chris Evans anywhere. And I mean that.
All right, buddy.
Anyways... We've seen the pictures. We've seen the pictures, right?
Yep.
Remember when they leaked? When he accidentally posted them on his story? We would touch him.
Yeah, well, either like we'll see where they go for Sam's Captain America film.
Yeah, it just makes the most sense to me that they would do
another Power Broker,
the Power Broker, and like the actual reveal of it in a second season prior. I don't know if that's maybe just me also feeling empty from this first season and not like getting enough and not getting the full pandemic storyline and everything that I missed from Bucky and the shirtless scene.
They could. Would they do another pandemic story-ish like that again? Maybe,
I don't think that they could do it. I think it's too late at this point. Like, and I also was just like, they probably just shouldn't try and touch on it,
True.
But yeah, dude, there's just...
Yeah, so the news was fan-made.
Yeah, that makes sense. I figured it was. There's a lot of people that, like, even, like, the Charlie Cox stuff that, like, people are pushing, like, as much as I want it to be true, I know it's all speculation.
Well, I have read that Charlie Cox, the girl who plays Jessica Jones, and
Or no, not Michael
the guy
Dern.
who plays Punisher,
Yeah.
have all been working on contracts to come back as those characters
Yeah.
for movies.
Yeah, they are.
For movies, yeah, which they should, or at least always make another series for them. Like, have the Marvel guys write them another series.
Nothing on the actor who plays Luke Cage, though.
Yeah, nothing on Mike
I think
Coulter
he had-
or.
he had something go on though in personal life, didn't he?
Oh, really? I have no idea.
I thought I saw something.
Deep dive. We're talking about the Defenders now. Let's go.
News.
Look it up, boys.
Maybe it was somebody else.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or maybe.
I thought I heard some kind of like. I don't know.
So from Comicbook CBR, and then we got this covered. No, not comicbook.com, just CBR.com.
Okay.
Marvel has decided which Netflix stars will join the MCU. Apparently, they're going to recast Iron Fist and Luke Cage. So they're going to bring back Kristen Ritter,
Well,
Vincent.
Iron Fist, I could probably see, because I thought, not for nothing, no disrespect to the actor, I thought he was decent to become Iron Fist. I thought they could have done it better. They could have done something better with him.
So that
Luke
makes
Cage.
that makes sense to me.
Yeah, that does
Okay.
too.
I'm just gonna
Because,
say it makes sense to me. Go ahead and finish your point though, William.
Yeah, with the Luke Cage one, I thought he was a good fit for him, per se. Like, the actor was a pretty good fit for him. I mean, the storytelling wise, with the whole. Oh god, I don't even remember what the hell story wise was about the Luke Cage series. But yeah, it could have been done better. But yeah,
The second one was the people running the bar.
yeah,
The second season was running the bar.
yeah,
And then like corruption in Harlem overall. But
yeah.
it kind of makes sense to me because I don't see the actor that they got for Danny Rand and the actor that they got for Luke Cage being best friends.
Yeah, they didn't have very much chemistry when they filmed Defenders at all. I was going to say that. But
Yeah.
the one thing I'm concerned... I guess I don't know if I should be concerned about this. For whatever reason I am, though. Is that they're already going to have to recast T'Challa. And
They don't have to recast T'Challa.
They have to.
They're going to.
They have to.
They've decided that. I think the showrunner, Mike Kugler, said that he's planning on recasting.
Well, the movie's already in production.
Yeah,
It's
but
already
they're
filming.
not. Well, they're
Yeah,
gonna
so
end this one on a story like where he's not around, and then I think they're planning on recasting him. I know there's been a giant petition to go around, and I think Ryan Coogler said, I think that's how you say his name.
But they don't have to cast him because Shuri has worn the suit.
Yeah.
She is.
I mean, they could go through her up, but they still want to have. They probably still have other ideas for the character per se. I mean,
I'm sure, but I'm just saying, they don't have to recast because she is a Black Panther. She's been a Black Panther.
yeah, but I think they might have other plans for her. But yeah, I could definitely see her becoming the next, taking the mantle. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's just either a business decision or they have to have recast him either way. It was very unfortunate about what happened to him. I mean, he was a great Black Panther. He killed the role without no problem.
Actually, so this is a tweet from December 10th. So, from Disney. Black Panther 2 opening July 8th, 2022, which is probably a date that's changed since then, is being written and directed by Ryan Coogler, honoring Chadwick Boseman's legacy and portrayal of T'Challa. Marvel Studios will not recast the character, but will explore the world of Wakanda and the rich characters introduced into the film. The first film.
Okay.
So...
I mean, they say they will, but I believe they still have to recast him no matter what. If they want to keep the character going and not have the character be idle, per se.
Well, I don't know if they'll do
so
it,
here's
though.
the thing. The Black Panther is just the costume. It's like Batman.
Yeah.
Anybody can be Batman. Anybody can be Black Panther.
Yeah.
So that's why, if they use Shuri, that's still the Black Panther. It's not T'Challa.
Yeah, but they do have to explain what happened to him at that point.
Yeah.
So, I think what we'll see in Black Panther 2 is either him shown as passed away from defending Wakanda for maybe if they wanted to do the Namor story that they teased in Endgame. If they wanted to say
so like Namor comes in and like stabs him through the heart with the like anti-vibranium spear or something.
Yeah, like something like that. It would be tragic and like it would suck to see that, but like then like Shuri defeats him or something. I don't know, you know.
I mean, I could see him like someone like in his Wakanda group, backstabbing him. It has to happen, like either way, like
Yeah.
know.
Or they kill him off with Doom.
No.
Yeah, Doom invades, and he just crushes him with his own.
That'd be just cruel. That'd be cruel.
It would be, but still, either way, the death has to happen. It's unfortunate what happened to him, what happened to the actor, but
Well, I'm thinking it's going to be a off-screen death.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. They won't show. They won't be like, oh look, this is how he died. Stab, and so on. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, because this is going to be very tricky to see what they're going to do.
Yeah, but essentially,
I'm sure.
My concern is if they do recast that role, they're recasting 3 roles and people we've already seen on screen together in the Defenders, and then even Jessica Jones and Luke Cage had a fair amount of scenes, very intimate scenes, in fact, together. And so I don't know. It just feels weird for me seeing that switch, but the plus side is it's been a year or 2 since that. I mean, technically,
the Defenders or
it's been like 3 or 4 years since Defenders, even actually. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, because it came out like in early, I want to say 2017, maybe or more, or at least 2016.
It's August 2017 is the first episode, they dropped the whole series that day. Yeah, but it just like I don't know. We'll have to see.
I mean, I have no problem with them recasting, the Defenders. Let them do it.
Yeah.
If the characters have their own off-screen, beef or whatever between them, then let them. Just screw them. Let them go, and then we can find someone better. Per se, that's just me.
Okay, so here's something that they can do really easy. That's like a switch from the original comics.
Okay.
Su Yan is the second son of King Azuri and Queen Nanali. Su Yan is T'Challa's younger and trusted advisor. Although he has no desire to reign, he agrees to ascend to the throne after his brother's death until his nephew T'Challa becomes an adult. So that would be a really easy way to just kind of flip that to where, like, T'Challa died, and until they can find a proper replacement, he takes up the mantle of the Black Panther.
Yep.
Okay, they could do that. Yeah, they could definitely.
That would be a really easy, like. I still think Shuri is like the best option.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
But, dude, after reading all sorts of like things on like each character, I do think this second movie could introduce Doom.
Yeah, it could introduce
because Doom is a big villain apparently in the Black Panther series.
Yeah, he is. He's a big villain.
Despite being like the original Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
But that could also then introduce the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, it could.
They could, and they'd be like, "Hey, I think we know a couple people that can help us," and then in comes, the Four symbol, the Fantastic Four symbol, or whatever. Yeah, I mean, they could do that.
Or they're just like, we need to get somebody who's smarter than, like, we got to get the smartest man in the world, and then they can find Reed Richards.
Yep.
Yeah, I have no problem Shuri taking the mantle, but I just like her character the way she is right now. Like, I know she could come the potential mantle for the Black Panther, but I like her own little, she's obsessed with the technology, her own little geek / nerd way. That character's perfect for her. Just let her work on the tech.
Yeah, I mean, it could be cool to see some growth though from her to like force her out of that bubble.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Because she only wanted to stay in her lab, so
Yeah.
if she has to like take the mantle, then
She's like forced to because he's gone.
Yeah.
He's passed away. She's in a position she doesn't really want to be in. You know,
Yeah.
could be pretty dynamic.
or they
I
say
would-
moon.
or he's hanging out with Mephisto. There
Yep.
you go. You know?
Anyways, I think that's. I think.
Do we have anything else to
covered
say
it.
before, because we really went off topic here.
Do we want to kind of talk about our plans for the upcoming?
Yeah.
For this upcoming months?
So
Yeah,
the
do
next couple months, specifically the next two, we're gonna do just a lot of big idea kind of stuff and cover like what we might see from the rest of Phase 5 really.
Yep.
Oh, this is phase 4, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this is Phase 5 because
This is
technically.
the-
No, that's four.
What?
That's four.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I think I'm in
Yeah.
a different dimension than I was yesterday. Phase 4
Phase
Marvel. Oh, you're right. It is Phase 4. What the hell?
Yep.
Okay, Phase 4 of Marvel. We're gonna talk about Phase 5 even. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're Phase
Whoa,
4.
whoa.
We won't skip that far ahead. We don't know what the hell's happening with Phase 5 even. But we're gonna talk about Shang-Chi a little bit, probably the Loki series, Black Widow, and maybe some of the other films, including Black Panther 2, if we have the time over the next few weeks. We'll work on that as we get closer to each week. And if you guys have anything specific you want to hear from us, definitely let us know. If there's a certain movie you want us to cover, we'll definitely deep dive into what we think could happen. One of the ones I'm very interested about with some latest casting news is Thor: Love and Thunder. We got Russell Crowe cast as Zeus, so they're bringing the Greek gods in, and I think I kind of know what they're gonna do. I have some.
I
theories
wanted
about
to
that.
actually say something about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go
With
for it.
Kurt Russell being Zeus. Kurt Russell?
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah,
Forgetting
Russell
that.
Crowe.
With Russell Crowe being Zeus, does that mean that the Disney series Hercules is MCU canon?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Wait, the
Like
Well, they're
Hercules.
making a Hercules series or movie.
Yep.
It's live
Again?
action. Yeah, it's live
A
action.
live action version.
I mean, I think they made like one too many before, and I think they were all right.
Well, they're like redoing all the like old live
Yeah.
action, like old movies
Yeah.
live action.
But nothing can beat
Like
the
Lion
original
King.
Disney Hercules
But,
movie.
If they bring in, like, what if they bring in Russell Crowe as
As Zeus.
Zeus for that movie? Because then it just opens up a whole can of worms where it's like, well, wait, is Hercules like in the MCU?
Yeah.
Like,
if that's how they do it, if they cast him there, then yeah, we'll have to deep dive on that
Yeah.
one.
like
That's-
it just seems so interesting to me.
It'll
Like
get
that's
messy.
that's a wasted opportunity as well if they don't do it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. It would be a Ralph Boner of them to not do it.
Mephisto as well.
hmm
But then after we just kind of like, we're gonna talk about those kind of things, and then we had agreed that we were wanting to go through phase 1 through start of phase
3.
4,
Yeah.
Yep.
starting
Movie night.
the week before
Loki.
Black Widow comes
Black
out.
Widow. Yep. Sorry, my bad.
So
we're gonna
like
do
we'll
that.
be starting with Iron Man, then we'll probably watch Black Widow and review Black Widow, and then go to Incredible Hulk, so on and so forth.
We're gonna review one movie a week on the podcast. On a separate episode, we'll probably record these on Wednesdays, so we'll get
Yeah.
we'll get
Or Sundays.
William to do Wildcard Wednesdays every week. And then
God. I mean, listen,
he's like, "Oh,
if you
man,
want to try
I'm
to catch me
spun."
out, girl, I'll be ready.
I'll
be ready.
We will catch
I'll
you
be
off
ready.
guard. And then so then we're gonna review one of each of the 23 movies for the rest of the year, and it should line us up till like the last week of the year and ending on Endgame, and just catching things that we missed and just talking about it a little bit and what we love and what we might have
What we hate.
missed. You know, no, we won't hate
Yep.
any of these movies except for Thor: The Dark World. fuck that movie.
And Iron Man 3.
Well,
I like Iron
the issue
Iron
with
Man
Thor
3
is
is
the Dark
great.
World. It's like it's supposed to be like it is actually a good setup movie.
Yeah, it's a key integral part of like the setup of the
Yeah.
Infinity Stones.
It
It
but,
is,
like,
but
It's
yeah.
just not done well, unfortunately.
yeah, I think that like
Yeah,
they thought Thor was just gonna be a good
I-
plot
I-
device for explaining.
I didn't like Iron Man 3 that much either. Like I know it happened events after the first Avenger movie, but the way they try to set up the Mandarin, making him look like a total badass into a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Like what the hell?
Well, that's
maybe
why
so.
we're
That's why
that's
they
why
have to
we're
pay it
getting
off
Shang-Chi.
I know.
now.
I know.
Anyways, but no.
Or we're just gonna get we're gonna get debated by them saying nah, this is the real Mandarin right here.
I still would love to see them tie the guy who played whatever his name is. What was his name? Like Philip?
Trevor Noah.
Oh, Trevor Noah. Wait, is that his name? It's the
Yeah,
host
his
of...
name is. Yeah, it's Trevor. And then Ben Kingsley is the one that played him, like the actor.
Trevor Noah is the name of the host of the Daily Show.
Oh no! So Trevor.
Oh my god. Oh.
I was like,
It's
there's no
Trevor
way that's
something.
his name.
No specific guy, but I'm not a fan of him. He talks too much.
The main character or the character who was
Trevor
the Mandarin is Trevor.
Slattery.
I can't remember his last name,
Trevor
but Ben
Slattery.
Kingsley is the actor.
Yeah, Ben Kingsley. Yeah.
But he is supposed to be in the Shang-Chi movie as well.
No way. He is?
Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
If you
okay.
look up actors in Shang-Chi,
God.
he pops up as one of the actors.
Okay.
Oh god. Oh god. It's Iron Man 3 all over again, boys. It's
So he
Iron
has-
Man 3 all
Okay, we're gonna have to do a deep dive on this video then, or on Shang-Chi, because I'm pretty sure he's gonna he had rings on in the show, and I'm pretty sure that
He
he's
had
being mind
he had
controlled.
rings.
He has.
I think one of
Where-
them was one of the 10
Yeah.
rings. I guarantee you. I guarantee you.
Well, so we now
But
know
this-
that the 10 rings are bracelets.
Oh,
Are they?
Yeah,
Just kidding. Just kidding.
I got
The
He
ten-
had
the
bracelets
10
too.
rings are the bracelets on the arms. And then the working
Oh,
theory is
They went to
that
that
that they were actually rings that were on the Dragon Fin Fang Foom
Okay.
that
Oh.
the Mandarin stole off of him.
Okay.
And that's why they're so big. Like, they were actually dragon-sized rings, but when they're on a
They're
human body, they're bracelets.
Okay. You do have this included in your video, right?
No, that all came out
That's
afterwards.
all afterwards, yeah.
Well,
It's-
either way, if you want to know more about the Mandarin, check out our resident experts.
Yes, we did a
Video.
review.
Yep,
So-
check out.
But that's the working theory now, which is kind of,
Yeah.
it's really fun. Like,
Okay.
it's a good way to do the rings instead of being, like, on the fingers, like, having them be
Yeah.
bracelets. And, like,
Okay, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I do have good expectation off of this movie. This is very, kung fu like, and plus it's like kind of like Marvel's first, I don't want some too racist, but like Asian type, martial arts film.
well, it's the, yeah,
It is their
yeah, it
first.
is.
Yeah.
Also, if you watch the trailer, every fight scene is physical contact.
Yep. It's
There's-
like actual hits.
There's not pulling punches or anything. So, like, they
No.
quite literally made contact.
Yep. Because what's it called? These types of actors like kind of reminds me a little bit of Jackie Chan.
Well,
Jackie
he's a-
Chan does.
Yeah, he's a stunt actor.
Yeah.
Simu.
Simulan.
I can't.
Simulan.
Well, anyway, Jackie
Nice,
Chan does his own movies. He gets hurt in most of these movies, and he still does his own stunt, which is why it makes him so unique.
hmm But yeah, so we will be working on doing a movie a year, starting the week or throughout the year, each week.
Yep.
Starting the week before Black Widow comes out, and then we'll be
Yep.
incorporating the new movies into that schedule
As they come
as
out.
they come out.
Yep.
I think the last movie to come out will
Is
be
Eternals.
Spider-Man:
Oh, no, Spider-Man
Way
No
Home.
is at the end of the year.
No, Far From Home.
Far From Home?
No, No Way Home.
No, yeah, No Way
Oh
Home.
no,
Because that comes
No Way
out
Home.
in December.
No Way Home. So it's either, yeah, it should be Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yeah.
Is the
Yeah.
last movie to come out for the year.
And then Doctor Strange will be the next big movie to come out after that.
Yeah.
I believe.
At the March, I think, of 2020.
Yeah.
It's either
Yeah.
February or March. Yep.
Yeah, one of those.
So yeah, like Evan had said, we'll probably be finishing with Endgame, or do we want to finish with Spider-Man: Far From Home? Because that was technically the last movie of the
Yeah,
phase
if you
three.
want to be,
Get
it's
rid
up
of
to you guys.
throw Far From Home out of the window. Just kidding. No, Far From Home
Whoa,
can't be.
whoa.
It technically happens after Endgame, so we'll probably finish with Far From Home.
Yeah. Okay.
And
So, yeah.
just because that's the last
Yeah.
one, and I think what date does No Way Home actually come out? Because I think it's like the week prior to the
It's
end of the
December,
year.
like 20. No,
It
December
should be.
something like that.
It's like the week
Yeah, it
before
should be-
the
it should-
end of the year,
Yeah, a week before Christmas or the week during Christmas, because
December
the punching off.
17th. So that puts us,
Yeah, December 17th, like I said.
because
Boom.
we're gonna do it
a
December 17th puts us on.
Yeah, so
that's
that
on
puts us.
2 weeks.
So
out.
that would be No Way Home on the 22nd or the 29th. So we could do it as the last movie of the year.
Yeah.
No Way Home.
Okay.
Yeah,
No
we
Way
can
Home?
we can review it on the 29th. That seems like a
Ah.
good time to like. We could do like a
29.
It gives people enough time to actually go watch the movie without us
Yeah.
spoiling it for them.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
We can do it. We can do like a soft review, a little
Yeah.
bit.
Oh
Maybe
yeah,
on
like
our,
like a mini review.
on our
Yeah.
episode on the 19th, like our normal episode on the 19th, and then a hard full-on review spoiler on
Yeah.
the 29th with like the
Yeah,
rest
by
of
that
the
time, we're
series.
gonna be big time. We're gonna be rich. I mean, what?
You heard it
Speaking
here
of-
first, folks.
we'll
You should hear
we'll
that, right?
eventually working on merch and Patreons.
We are.
Oh, we're doing
slowly-
Patreons?
We're gonna
Even
slowly
after
we're doing
roll it out,
OnlyFans.
yeah.
Well, that too.
Yes.
All right.
Alrighty.
And this for the devoted fans.
The
Exactly.
devoted fans.
Well, the devoted fans,
The
Mhm, yeah,
Duffo
yeah.
fans.
The real OGs. Yeah.
the real OGs. Where like the Patreons for those that like us, but they don't want to see us naked.
Exactly.
No reaction from it.
Right? He's like, he has no face. He's like, wait a minute.
No, I'm just reading an article that I don't know if I can trust.
By
I
who?
don't-
Who's it by? Who's it by?
It's by a website I've never heard of, so
Yeah, but not to throw any jabs at any big time corporation, but I don't trust IGN either or Rotten Tomatoes. So yeah, I said it.
Yeah.
Or IMB as
Alright.
well. IMB is 50-50. Well,
I-
they know.
I don't trust the critic ratings on Rotten Tomatoes.
No, I don't either.
I do look at the ratings for the fans though.
yep.
Yeah.
That's the
Usually,
only
if
one
like
I
the fans
okay.
think it's like 70% or higher, then it's usually a pretty enjoyable film.
Yep, 100% agree.
But I think we said it all, guys.
Yeah,
We
Yeah,
we
we
went
have-
off the rails quite a bit.
yeah. I mean, we broke down what we thought on the Falcon and Winter Soldier. We did break down on what we actually talked about in the feature for their movie. So yeah, I think it's a job well done for us. Do we have anything else to say before we actually go off the air?
Yep, I have one bold prediction for the end of the episode that I just read. I didn't even read it. I'm just looking at this picture of the two teachers and chaperones from Far From Home. The teacher, and then like there's the African American teacher and the white guy teacher, and it's JB Smoove, reading. I don't know why my brain went here, but he's talking about characters he'd like to see in No Way Home, and he specifically references Danny Rand.
Uh huh.
They're gonna be the Iron Fist and Luke Cage. They're gonna get power somehow in No Way Home
No,
in an alternate
no.
timeline, and they're gonna be the new Iron Fist and Luke Cage.
No, like the two teachers.
Yep, in an
No.
alternate timeline.
No,
Bold prediction.
no.
You heard it here, folks.
This
Clip
has
it.
been
Clip
bold
it. Clip it.
prediction.
If anything, they're gonna be in Young Avengers.
I think so. That's probably a good spot for him. They're
Yeah.
both. This is a direct quote from shortly after Far From Home hit theaters in 2019. Smooves told us he wanted to see see himself and Martin Starr revive the Power Man and Iron Fist franchise for Marvel Studios. I would
that
love
be
to
really
see
funny, but
Power Man and Iron Fist established.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Though the actor stopped short of revealing how many movies he's actually under contract for, Smooth explains he's ready to go the second Sony or Marvel calls him up. It's happening.
We do know that Smooth is in this movie, the newest one.
Yep, this is what the article that confirms it. And this is just like a quote going back to it.
He's just the teacher, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, nothing
Thanks,
more.
Adam Barnes.
Get off. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over.
We're done. That's the bold prediction for the week. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. Obviously, we have all our socials down below. If you guys want to jump into the conversation, leave us a comment or follow us on Twitter or Instagram and leave us a comment on there. And subscribe if you'd like to see more of our videos down in the future. And we'll
interact
see
with us.
Comment,
tell us what you guys think. What you guys think about it. Did we do a crappy job, or what do we think about the series? Hit us up. Don't be afraid.
No, don't be afraid at all. Anyways, that's the episode for this week. Thank you for listening to the long hour and 20 minutes of us go crazy and
let's go
off the
total tangents
rails on Wildcard Wednesday here at the Ultra Films, and we will see you guys on the next episode. Peace.
I can do this all day.
I can do this all day. He's wild, dude.